These are the Soundcore A10. They look like normal earbuds, but they're not. They are sleep buds designed to help you fall asleep or stay asleep. Do they work? Let's find out. In the box, you get the charging case and the sleep buds and a bunch of different tips in different sizes to make sure you find the right fit for your ear. I'm sure we all know how annoying it is to be woken up from deep sleep by loud sounds or not being able to fall asleep because of loud sounds, whether it's the sound of your partner snoring or it is the city noises if you live in a city or maybe nearby construction. Either way, if you suffer from that, there's a few things you can do to try to get a good night's sleep. Most people opt for earplugs, whether they are memory foam or silicone or even wax. But if you want to go high tech, you can also look into sleep buds. And what sets sleep buds apart from regular earbuds is primarily their size. They're designed to be extremely small, if you can see that, and to fit very flush in your ear, so that you can sleep on your side. They're also designed to passively isolate noise or block noise, similar to how earplugs work, to try to also limit the amount of noise that gets in. Now, sleep buds do come in a few different flavors. There's the Bose sleep buds, for example, which have been discontinued. And these are actually noise masking and not noise canceling, in the sense that they do not have any active noise cancellation, despite the fact that Bose is quite known for their active noise cancellation. And I think there's a few reasons for that, primarily because sleep buds have to be quite small. That gives you limitations in both the circuitry that's needed and the microphones that are needed to achieve good noise cancellation, but also the battery that's needed, because ANC or active noise cancellation consumes a lot of battery, and you need the buds to be able to last through a night's sleep at least 8-9 hours, which I believe is quite challenging to maintain the small size of the buds and add the microphones and the circuitry and a large enough battery to be able to last you through the night. And the way noise masking works is, firstly, you do get passive noise isolation, and this is physically blocking noise from coming in, similar to what earplugs would do. But on top of that, then the earbuds play white noise or soothing sounds, like the sounds of waves or rain, in order to mask the ambient sound that you're trying to block. Now, the Bose sleep buds do not let you play your own music. But then there's also other sleep buds like the Quiet-Ons, which do not play anything in your ears, but instead they have active noise cancellation. Now, the Soundcore Sleep A10s, I think they do offer the best of both worlds, in the sense that you can play white noise or soothing sounds, but they also let you play your own music and use them like regular earbuds, at the expense of battery life, and we'll talk about that in a second. Let's now jump into the app to show you what it looks like. As I said, you have two modes, music mode and sleep mode. In music mode, this lets you play your own music, so stream your own music like you would with any normal earbuds. The battery life in music mode is rated at 6 hours at 50% volume, whereas in sleep mode, in which it will play the white noise or the soothing sounds that you've selected, the battery life is rated at 10 hours at 50% volume. And in this mode, of course, there's no Bluetooth streaming that's taking place, hence the enhanced battery life. And it only plays one track, which you would have selected and downloaded onto the earbuds themselves. And this is where you would select the built-in music. So you can change it here. And there's a long list of different sounds under focus, rest, sleep, relax, and others. So there's a ton of different sounds. Unfortunately, you can only download one track at a time to your earbuds. So you cannot, while in sleep mode, alternate between different tracks. You need to pick which one track you want and then send it to your earbuds, and then you can use it in sleep mode without connecting to your phone. Let's go back to music mode. There's a few other features here. So of course, there's the equalizer. There's a few default equalizers that Soundcore provides. And then there's also custom EQ, which lets you create your own custom equalizer, which is nice. Now, in terms of the audio quality, these are not the best sounding earbuds by far. They actually don't sound that great. but I guess they're not designed or intended to. At least for me, if I'm using something to help me fall asleep or stay asleep, I'm not exactly looking for high fidelity sound, so that's fine for me. You can also customize the controls, and unfortunately there's only 2 different controls, double tapping on the left or the right earbud, and you can change it from volume control to next, previous, or play pause, or also to switch the mode between sleep mode and music mode. Here I would have liked if there was 2 additional sets of controls, a triple tap for example, so that you can maintain play pause and switch mode, but then also have volume up, volume down when you, let's say, triple tap on the left or right earbud. Now, when you go to sleep mode, there's not much control here. You can control the volume using the slider, because when you're in sleep mode, as I said, there's no Bluetooth streaming happening, so you can no longer use your phone's volume up and down to control it. Then the only way to control the volume is either through the controls, if you set it up like that, or through the slider over here. And then you can set the playback duration to keep playing, or set it at a timer from 30 minutes up to 9 hours. There's another interesting feature which is called Smart Volume Control, and the way this works is when the sleep buds detect that you've fallen asleep, they will adjust the volume automatically depending on the ambient sounds. Unfortunately, I could not test this, so I don't know if it works or not. And then in the settings, you can add an alarm, so you can add an alarm that would ring in your ears. Now in the settings of music mode, there's another interesting thing that you can turn on, which is Smart Switch. And what this does, when you're in music mode and the earbuds detect that you've fallen asleep, they will automatically switch to sleep mode to conserve battery life. Lastly, these also do have some sleep tracking, which you can see over here. I don't think it's very detailed sleep tracking. It tells you when you were in deep sleep, light sleep, and how many minutes you spent awake. And then it shows you where you stand on a sleep curve compared to other users and how fast they fall asleep. Now, here are my thoughts on the Sleep A10s. In terms of comfort and fit, I think they're very, very comfortable. I was afraid that I would not find a good fit, because I kind of have weird ears in the sense that I have a very hard time finding earbuds and even earplugs that can stay put in my ear. And I was pleasantly surprised at how comfortable these were, but also they would stay in my ear all throughout the night, even when I twist and turn and sleep on my side. I was also surprised that I can comfortably sleep on my side without them annoying me, which is rare to find. However, my issue with these is the battery life. Now, Soundcore, as I said, rates these at 10 hours in sleep mode and 6 hours in music mode at 50% volume. However, testing these over a few nights of sleep in sleep mode at around 25% volume, I would wake up every single time with the earbuds turned off. So then I ran a test during the day and timed how long they would last in sleep mode, and they lasted about 7 hours and 15 minutes, which in my opinion is not acceptable. Given, a lot of people try to aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep, it's unacceptable that these buds cannot last through a full night's sleep. And this is why they don't work for me. Now, for you, this might be a different story depending on why you might need sleep buds. If you have trouble falling asleep because of noises, but then once you do fall asleep, you are of the lucky few that can sleep through anything, including a rocket launch nearby, then these might work for you. And then on the other end of the spectrum, there are people like me who, when asleep, and if there's an ant marching nearby, I would wake up to the sound of the ant's footsteps. And for these kinds of people who would wake up to any sound, you probably would want them to last you through the entire night. And in that case, these might not be the solution for you. Now, I'm not sure if the unit that I have is defective somehow and should last longer, but this is my personal experience with the Sleep A10s. I did go through a couple of months where the municipality decided at 5:30 a.m. to make the rounds sweeping the sidewalks from all the leaves, and for that they use 2 people with extremely loud leaf blowers. And I cannot tell you the frustration of waking up every day at 5:30 a.m. to the sound of leaf blowers. I had hoped that the Soundcore A10 would solve that for me. However, as I found myself waking up with the Soundcores turned off, they haven't been able to provide me the solution that I'm looking for. Let me know in the comments section if you have found other sleep buds that have worked for you, because I'm still looking for that pair of sleep buds that would solve this issue for me. That's it for now. As always, if you liked the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel, as this encourages me to continue producing content. Until next time, cheers.